let's see how this goes. I don't know. This is a test, and if it works out, it works out. Alright? I did turn the autofocus on, so, you know, if it wants to focus, it will, and if it doesn't, it won't. There it goes. Yeah, the screw heads, whatever, are dirty, but, you know. So, we got some wound wire. Sure, wound, not round, wound. It does say, it says Alien Claptons. It's not Alien. It's, the wraps are straight in there, so it's just Clapton. So 26 gauge, right? 3 inner 26 gauge with 32 gauge on the outside. If the stupid thing would focus, that would be great. See, it never works when I want it to work. That's why I don't use it. Whatever. So, it's going to be more than I need for the first wrap. It's so much fun. That's good enough. That's good enough. That's good enough. Just a little hook, because we're going to come back to that. Should we do 2 right off the bat? Let's do 2 right off the bat. Ooh, the wire is twisted. There we go. The wire's twisted. Hopefully that stays and doesn't spring out. Although I am close to the end of the spool, so it wouldn't matter too much. That one went to the floor. Let's find that. See? This is what happens when you do things without editing. Right? There we go. There we go. You like my placemat? Do ya? So, the only thing I could really find. So, that's what we got. Got this. Will you focus on it? I bet you won't. I can make you. I can make you. See that? It's just regular Clapton. Dog's drinking. It's perfect timing, dog. We can get right up in there. Come on. Go bark at something. See that? It's just straight across. No alienation whatsoever. Alright? Alright. Let's turn the auto back on, because we can. We're going to take our Coil Master rods right here. 3. And some people go under, some people go over, whatever. I got my rod here. You could just pull out the whole Coil Master set, but I don't feel the need to do this. So, my first wrap always sucks, just like everything else, right? 1. 2, 3, 4. I know some people count it one way and I count it the other way. Whatever I see on the far edge away from my legs is how many wraps I count. So it's, if you count this one that I'm going to pull out, which I don't, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is right now. And I like 6 wraps. 6 wraps is always just a groovy number. Alright. I'm going to go just a little beyond. So when I pull this out, pull out my wrap, my wrap game is weak. Okay? It's like that. Ah, the focus. You would think the focus would be better. See? Look at that. Just regular store-bought wire, right? So we have that one. Now we do it again. First wrap always sucks. Two, three, four, five. And that'll be six. I'm going to go a little beyond to where my wraps, see how it's bent right there? Go a little bit beyond, so this will be where the leg comes out. And then I just pull that out. Right, so we still have six, because I count this side. If you count this side, I'll count this side. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Come on. Come on. There you go. 6. That's the side I count. I know there's going to be like people going, that's 5.5. Blah, 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 blah. I just count the outside. It keeps it in my mind straight. Alright? Now, we got the old FP, because we're going to FP. I just pulled out a single coil. I don't know if the coil I took out was the same wire. I don't know, because I have so much pre-wrap, pre-coiled, pre-this, pre-that around here that I don't know. It's kind of awkward to do it at the camera angle that I'm at, so please bear with me. And if I pause, it's because I'm looking at the camera. Bigger. We want bigger, 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 bigger. So, I suppose I'll undo this side too. Whee! You know, these aren't spring loaded, so you actually have to get up underneath one of them. Yeah. Hold on. I got no fingernails. I cut them the other day. Get up on it. There we go. Stay in there. You stay in there and be happy. You get up in there and be happy. And I'm going to put it right up against the edge. Sorry you can't see it. I can't see it either at the moment. I had to grab this. Maybe I'll turn it so I can use my other hand. I'm going to be right at the edge doing this. Nice and slow to make sure my wires stay in there. No, the mod is not turned off, so don't push the buttons. You should always turn your mod off if you're going to be building on your mod. I don't have an Addy stand, any of that jazz, so. And these awesome screws, you know. And you can see when I do this that the legs are moving a little bit. That just means it's not tight enough on that side. Alright? But that's alright. We will fix that in a minute. I'm going to loosen it back up a little. Pull it in. I actually want to wiggle it down the lane a little, like so. You can't see, but I'm just holding the coil in where I want it and tightening it back down. I can't see the coil either, so don't worry about it. Just making sure my legs are still in there. I'll crank it down all the way after the fact. You see that? Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Moms don't. Something like that. It's giving good old Mike MF Vape some shit the other day. Wasn't trying to cause a meltdown, Mike, if you're, you know, out there in Wonderland somewhere. Pull. Can you still see? Sorry. That autofocus just doesn't do any justice, does it? Let's see. Let's see if I can help you out. Whoa, bro. You need to calm down. More? How's that? That looks good on my end. Now, when I do this, it'll flatten out the wire just like I did for the other side. Okay. Flattens out the wire in the clamps. And then I can twist it and whatnot, and everybody's a happy cow. Or something. Okay. Just gonna leave it like that for the moment. Pull the rod out. Crank this pig down a little bit more. Pig. The FP. It's pig. No, I still haven't changed out these screws to better screws, okay? I haven't. It's not gonna happen. They still work. I should probably just grab a bigger screwdriver and see if I can really mess up these ceramics. Yeah, that's how strong we gotta put it, huh? Because I haven't busted a clamp yet on the FP. I still got all my spares. I haven't broken a screw yet. The only thing I've broken has been bubble glasses. So, yeah. I'm going to lift this up. So, that one's crooked. Oh well. Nothing has to be perfect. And nobody's going to see your build in a tank to criticize you and say, what a noob. Nope, not gonna happen because it's in a tank. So now it's in an RDA or something and you're showing it off to people, maybe, but see all them awesome legs. Sorry, I have my camera angles and one's a little bit that way, but then I do the exact same thing on the other side. So it kind of evens itself out. If one's higher on one side, lower on the other side. Look at that. That just looks marvelous. And look at all the wasted wire. Wasted wire is just a thing. Okay? And yes, I am using a Kanthal wire. It's Kanthal. I don't personally like nickel, Ni80, whatever you want to call it. I don't personally like Ni80 because it dries me out. Okay, and we just got some clips here. I feel the need to hydrate myself even more when vaping Ni80. All right, and then there's stainless. People use stainless steel. I don't like stainless steel because I get a tinny taste from it. And it all comes down to personal preference. Alright? All personal preference. What you like. You know, doesn't matter if Ralph and Bob or Jen and Nancy are griping at you that, why don't you use stainless steel? Well, why don't you use stainless steel? It's so much better. The ramp up time is better. Why don't you use Ni-80? Oh, the flavors, you know, to each their own. Yeah, find what works for you, and that's what you do. That's all that matters. Oh, I guess that's tight enough. Should we see what it came out to? I got her at 40 watts, 0.14. Can you read that? There you go. 0.14. It's easier to read when it dims out a little bit. It's a whopping 2.25. Let it go down to 38, 39. These are fully charged batteries. It's one thing I don't like about the Evdillo. These are fully charged batteries. It will not give me the power I want it to give me. It does whatever it wants. Let's glow these bad boys. My broken ceramic tweezers right there. Look at that. Let's glow these bad boys up. Real time. It's ceramic, so I can do this. Should probably bop this up to about 50. Because these are taking really long to glow because they're 6 rep and it's a lot of wire. Something like that. Alright. So you're at the portion of this where, and I'm going to bump this up to 50. 56. Okay, whatever. If you needed to, like there's a little space right here in this one. Okay? If you needed to, or you wanted to, you could heat this up with the ceramic tweezers and just pinch it together a little bit. Same with this side. If you wanted to, you just glow them and push it together. You see that all moving? You do the other side, push it all together if you want. Now you can see some hot spots coming in the coils because they are completely touching. So you just strum it again. Voila! Hot spot's gone. And we'll give it another. That's it. That's all there is for bedding in your coils. Now that they're all happy, did we keep our resistance? We did. Okay. Good. Good on you. How about some broke dick? There's some broke dick right here. And if I'm going to put cotton in this right away, well, I got to cool the coils down. Don't touch the tip of your bottle to your coils, because they are hot enough to melt the plastic onto your coils. So make sure only the liquid touches the coils and not the tip of the bottle. Or you just contaminated it with plastic and that's all you're going to taste for the next year unless you clean it back off. This is just a Muji pad. That's all it is. Muji. And I couldn't find my normal ones. And we're just gonna slice off a chunk here. I know. It's a build and wick. That's what we're doing today. A little build, a little wick, vape. Everybody's happy. You guys might like to know that you are mounted to a bottle of Canadian Windsor right now. That's just how it's done today. And I like to trim an edge off. Just, well, if I get the whole thing in there at least. Now, I feel that this is a bit much. Don't worry, that's just ink on my hand, so it doesn't come off very well. I don't always peel these off, but I'm peeling off one side today because sometimes you just grab too much cotton, and that end that I snipped, I'm just rolling in the fingers. See, nothing came off on the cotton because it's called stainage. Raw. More. All right. Do 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 do. There we go. Who's a good FP? You are. Yes, you are. Just take the wick, and we make it wiggle, 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 till it's nice and smooth in there. Alright. We take our other wick, and I always end up going the opposite way. I don't like both pointed ends going one way, and yes, we cut all that off anyhow, so it really doesn't matter. A little bit more. This is just a hair too much cotton, really, in the grand scheme of things. A little bit more. Gotta get you rolled really tight. Get you rolled really tight. Alright, you other wick, get out of my way. Get out of my way. There we go. Again, when you're doing this, turn your mod off. I didn't, but I've been doing this for quite a while now. And I trim mine down on the FP here. You see the deck right there? You see where the O-ring is, where the glass sits? Whoop-a-doo. That's where I trim it. Alright. Well, that's a bit long, isn't it? Well, I don't let all this sit up here. So what I do is, after I tuck my wicks, I pull them back out a little bit. Woohoo! Pull out game is strong, yo. I didn't grab the other one. You are the other one. Y'all still hanging in there? Yeah, there's more on this side than there is on that side. Let's fix that first. It's these scissors. It's these goofy first edition Coil Master scissors. I don't know what happened to my other ones. There you go. There you go. There's a good cotton right there, don't you know? So let's strum a little bit of this out, because the wick ports aren't ginormous in this RTA. So cotton in the coil, good. Cotton in the wicking ports, stuffed, not so good. And I do just a little bit of the bottom. You can do it however you want. If this was an RDA, I wouldn't be doing this at all, because if you get low on juice, you just throw some more in it. It's a little hard to do that with a tank. You can't just throw juice on your coils. Well, you can in the FP, really. You can just pour it down the top. But not all tanks are like the FP, and that's why we're using the FP today. Get anything on the bottom? Couple? Alright. The nice pokey. Pokey. I believe these are Coil Master also. Tweezers are great for raking that cotton out. They just are. Now, there's a wick hole there. You know, anybody who watches this would probably just turn off the sound anyhow. Yeah, I'm a little bit over cottoned, but that's okay. There's ways around that, and I like making sure the cotton is mating season for the cotton, right? I just spread their legs just a little bit. I'll come back to that side. We'll finish up this side. I don't know why my phone just keeps on buzzing. Should have probably turned that off, huh? That probably vibrates through the camera. I don't know. You guys probably hear it really loud. Do. Separation anxiety in between those. You see what I'm doing there? Wick on one side, wick on the other side. You can do it this way, bend it that way, bend it that way. You can see a little bit of cotton right down there, right? I don't keep it like that. Like, take that. This is a whole lot of preparation. Building's not for me. Well, the payoff is that it pays off in the end. That's why. A little bit of spreadness there. See how I lifted everything up so it's floofy. And I bend these off to the side a little bit. Gotta get them both. Sorry, I'm not perfectly in the middle. I was trying to find, I had the perfect thing to put a camera on to hang it over my head, basically, so you would get the same view I get. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it, not one bit. So that's that. Juicy, 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 juicy. I know my chair is noisy. I shake because I'm an old fart. There we go. Now we can suck some of that in and get that drip off there, because Chubby Gorilla bottles, you ever notice, they just keep on dripping, so the edge of the bottle gets juice on it. The coils are cold now, so I can technically rub my tip all over them. Yeah. Remember, I'm only at 50 watts right now. I'm just trying to bed in all the juice into these wrapped up coils, because it does take a little bit for juice to actually enter these wrapped coils, just because of what they are, you know, 3 cores in there and wrapped on the outside. So it takes a minute. Make sure it's all saturated, loosey goosey juicy, and I believe that's what we got. 50 watts. Hit that button and she's a vaping. Okay? Now, take this, put my tank back on. Ugh. Make sure it's at 0.16. 0.16. Okay. Yeah, dirty top, I know. This is the one that I took a torch to and made it blue. And then I really didn't like the top, the way the top looked after I made it blue. You can see it looks old and tingy. I kind of like that. And that looks blue and tingy. I really like that. But the very top part didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. So I took a little bit of sandpaper to it and scratched it up. And now it looks like something that was drug in the dirt. And yeah, now it's good. I believe a snowplow just went by. So a whopping 28 degrees today. It was snowing when I got up. The FP takes forever to fill up with these darn bottles. Some chubbies are okay, but some of these harder plastic ones just aren't. How's the sound, I'm wondering, for the laptop? I can hear the laptop fan, and this microphone usually picks up everything. So I'm only guessing that you can still hear the laptop fan, even though that's not on the laptop. Alright, we're good. We're good. Let's move the Windsor bottle, I guess. Hi, how you guys doing? Whoa. Dude. Is that okay? I don't know. I'm over there now, so really confused. I could do this. Vape live. That's a little low. I feel like Jared adjusting my damn camera. I know you're crooked too. You wanna straighten out? No, the world bends to your will. Whatever. It's at 56 watts. No air open. So don't forget to open your airflow. I did overfill it. It looks like. Well, I probably over primed it. There's no way that with the amount of cotton I stuffed in there that this is seeping. Just over primed it. Sorry, you're right here. How's your autofocus? You want that back on? Here, I'll even move you away from me. There. Is that better? Now you probably hear the fan. You're right above it. More power. More power. 83, which is 3.6 volts. That's hot. Now, the only problem with some of these wrapped up wires. Did I break the glass? No. Yeah. Is spitty factor. Some of them get little pockets in them, whatnot, if they're not made beautifully, and hot lava will burst into your mouth hole, and that's ow. Just a heads up on that. But I would start off on regular round wire if you're gonna start building and learning how to build. You just take that wire, snip off a bit of it, and practice wrapping it around a rod. I'm going to call this like a simple build or something because that's really what it is. I just took a spool of pre-wrapped wire, and it might as well have been round wire, and just wrapped it around a rod, wicked it, and there we go. It's tasty. It is tasty. It's over flavored though. This Magnum edition Broke Dick is, you can tell that it's just, they took the normal amount of Broke Dick flavorings and then just doubled it and poured it in there. That would be fine, I guess, if it was just, flavorings that were VG based instead of PG. Some of you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. But seems how it's their normal mix of like 70-30 with double flavoring in it, that you can just feel the flavoring. Feel the flavoring. Sorry, I keep looking up. I'm so used to having that camera over there. It's just how it is. Smooth, saturated vape. Y'all have fun now, because I know I will. Find my buttons.